Good morning, class. I really hope that everyone is doing okay.
Good day, sir.
Good
Good
day,
day.
sir.
Thank you. Secretary, are all of you present today?
The class is present, sir. The entire class.
Okay, thank you. So now, for today's class, we will have active and passive voice. But before that, we will have an activity to give you a little bit of an idea, and you will read example sentences and identify which are the subject and the verb. So here are the sentences. Can someone read and identify? Anyone? Kairis.
Sir, Anna baked cupcakes for her friends. Sir, Anna is the subject and bake is the verb in the sentence.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Anyone for number two? Volunteer, anyone? Number two? Go, Gab.
Sir, the verb is painted, and I believe the subject was the is Vincent Van Gogh.
Okay, very good, Gab. Thank you. For number three, Balain. Go, Balain.
Sir, for number three, Riley is the subject and study is the verb.
Okay, very good. For number four, go, Liz Joy.
Number 4, the play was narrated by Yumi.
Which is the subject and the verb.
Again,
Liz,
sir,
which is the verb and the subject in the number four.
the the verb is narrated and the subject is Yumi.
Okay, very good, Liz. For the last number, anyone? Go, Gab.
For number 5, Leonard fixed the machine yesterday. The subject is Leonard, while the verb is fixed, sir.
Okay, very good, guys. It seems that you know which is the subject and the verb. Now, can you tell me what did you notice in the sentences? Just one, just one. Gab again.
Sir, I noticed that some sentences come with the subject first, while other sentences come with the verb first.
Okay, very good. Good observation. This is what we call the passive and active voice. And now, um, we will have a text to be read, and and you will identify the sentences if it's passive or active voice. Um, I will give you. I mean, you can see the story in the module, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
I will
yes.
give you 5 minutes to read it. Then we will proceed in uh, you giving the sentences and identifying the active and passive voice. Is it clear?
Clear po, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead and read. Are you done reading, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now that you're done reading, you may now give the sentences and identify if they are in the active or passive voice. Anyone who has an answer? Who's that? Go, Valane. Answer.
She eats it on a daily basis. The sentence is in the active voice, sir.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Very good, Valane. Any other answer? Go, Gab.
Um, she goes to the school canteen every day to get a hamburger. It is still in the active voice, sir.
Okay, very good, Gab. Other answer? Kairis.
She stopped by a store on her way home to buy one. It is an active voice, sir.
Okay, still in the active voice. Very good. Any other answer for our last sentence? Gab.
She is surprised by what they are cooking. The last one is in the passive voice, sir.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Now, to see if you recall what you have read, I will give you some sentences again and tell me if they are active or passive voice. Now, for number one, dinner was made by my little brother. Is it in the passive or active voice? Valane, go.
Passive, sir.
Okay, passive. Very good. For number two, the Yankees won the World Series. Anyone? Kairis.
Sir, it's in the active voice form po.
Very good, Kairis. For number three, it was decided by my teachers to let us out early today. What's the answer? Gab.
It is in passive voice, sir.
Okay, very good. For number four, the wall was covered in graffiti. Anyone? Go, Kairis, again.
Sir, it's in the active voice po.
In the active voice. Okay, very good, guys. And for the number five, the new plan to start school an hour earlier will be opposed by the student body, and the answer for this is, it's in the passive voice. I'll just answer this the last number. So now that you're somehow familiar with how they work, I will now explain what is active and passive voice. So what is first voice? In grammar, the voice of the verb shows whether the subject of a sentence is doer or of the action or receiving the action. An idea can be expressed in two different ways. First, by using a verb to indicate whether the subject performs an action, active voice, and second, by using a verb to indicate whether the subject receives the action, passive voice. Now, what is active voice? In most English sentences with an action verb, the subject performs the action denoted by the verb, and the voice of the verb is in active voice when the subject of sentence performs the action. For example, the kid ate the candy. So the subject here is the kid, and um, the verb here is obviously ate, and the object is candy. The one who does the verb is the kid, and the one who receives the action is the candy. All right. Um, and for passive voice, when the subject of a sentence is acted on by the verb, the voice of the verb is in passive voice. One can change the normal word order of many active sentences so that the subject of many active sentences is no longer active. Then let me repeat that. When the subject of a sentence is acted on by the verb, the voice of the verb is in passive voice. One can change the normal word order of many active sentences so that the subject is no longer active and the subject is being acted upon by the verb. For example, we change the last example, the kid ate the candy, from the kid ate the candy to the candy was eaten by the kid. So now the candy here is eaten by the kid. So where's the subject now? It's in the last part, the kid, by the kid. So now um, we finished that was very bad. Um, we finished the lesson already. Now let's see if you can change a sentence from active voice to passive voice. Now, I'll give you 5 minutes to change the sentence, and I'll call some volunteer to answer. So these are the I mean the sentences is in the module. Can you see the sentences?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you done changing the sentences?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
very
sir.
good. So anyone who wants to answer? Anyone? Who is that? Gab.
Yes po, sir. The original sentence was she cleaned the house, and when it is changed to the opposite form, it becomes the house was cleaned by her.
Okay. From active voice to passive voice. She cleaned the house, then the house was cleaned by her. Okay. For the second sentence, anyone? Villain.
The sentence is the teacher called the students. In the passive form, it is the students were called by the teacher.
Very good, Villain. So for the last sentence, anyone? Kairis.
So the active voice form of the sentence is she saved her money. She saved her money, and when we change it
Yes.
to passive voice, it became the money was saved by her.
Okay, very good, guys. It seems that you understand the lesson that in the active voice, the one who does the the verb is the subject, and when it's changed to passive voice, the one who receives uh, the action is the subject. So now for our last part, um, I will give you an um, activity that you will just pass after the class for evaluation. Um, and on the line in each number, draw a smiley face if the statements are true, and if it's false, just draw the sad face. Can you see the activity on the module?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, very good. Now I will just give you 5 minutes to answer this. Just tell me if you're done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Proceed. Are you done with the activity?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, very good, guys. It seems that you really understood the lesson, and most of you got good scores. Now, for our assignment, you will be having a reflection um, that is still in the in the module that you will assess yourself and complete given the ideas below. It's the reflection will start that I have learned that the voice of the verb and that there are two voice of the verb such as what we have discussed, and the voice of the verb is in active when, while the voice of the verb is in passive voice when. You will continue that. So for the last part, there's an performance task. You will create 300 words paragraph about your experience um, during the COVID-19 pandemic, and the essay should include 5 active and 5 passive voice sentences. Identify the voice of the verb used on your work by putting underline on it. And the rubrics is in the last part of that on the module. Is it clear, the assignment?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now we're done, guys. On the class, I will end now the um, recording. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.